Hey, group leaders. Hope you're having a good week so far. Adam coming back to you with another weekly leader update. Well, hey, this is it. A lot of you are wrapping up the next series this week. You've already had your last night, or you're getting ready to have your last night of the series. Others of you, you're like my group that will meet tonight for your third week because you had to miss a week due to snow or whatever, and you'll wrap up the last night next week. But we are coming down to the last couple weeks of Love Where You Are groups. We've been hearing some great stories from you of how God is working, and we've been hearing some great feedback from you on the study itself, the curriculum, the questions, the videos, the stories, and I want to get some more of those stories out to you over the coming weeks. But I've got a question for you today, and it's the same question that we've been asking all throughout this series. It's a question that Jesus challenged his followers with, and it's what's next? What is next for your Love Where You Are group beyond this 4 weeks together? And we've kind of laid out some really good options for you, and I've gotten to hear from some of you on what you're thinking your group will be doing, but I wanted to lay those out again and give you a few more specifics this week. The first option that we're giving you as a Love Where You Are group is during the next group cycle to continue on as a Love Where You Are group. I just sat down with a couple leaders, Michael and Dee Shaughnessy, and they're going to continue meeting with their group, but they're going to serve together. And then they've got a couple other opportunities where they can get together socially. They're just going to kind of throw a party, and they're going to invite some neighbors into it as well, and just have some fun with their Love Where You Are group over this next 6 weeks. Others of you may be looking for a study. I talked to Phil Flora and his group with his wife Kim and Dan and Carmen Fox. They're looking for maybe a book of the Bible to study. Maybe you want to go that route, but you're not sure where to start. Well, a great resource is 4-Chair Discipling by Dan Spader. This will just take you a little bit deeper into the conversation we've been having during the next series of how Jesus made disciples. Another great resource that I would recommend is the book Flesh by Hugh Halter. You've heard me talk about this quite a bit, but this really talks about when Jesus came in the flesh, when he became human just like us, how did he live his life? Great resource for you. It would be great read for your Love Where You Are group. And then the last one, The Art of Neighboring. How was Jesus a neighbor to the people he came in contact with? And that's what this book takes a look at. And with the weather getting warmer, Art of Neighboring is a great practical tool to learn how to reach out to the people God's placed around you in your neighborhood specifically, but it can apply to workplace, school, coffee shop, restaurant, you name it. Art of Neighboring can help you get better at reaching people with the love of Jesus. So that's option one. Continue on with your Love Where You Are group. Option two is to find a next group that works best for you. And it's okay for your group to kind of go different directions during this time. We laid out last week with Jerry and Erica. We've got some great options for your groups. Men, we've got the Man Challenge. We've got Gospel Primer. We've got 4-Chair Discipling. We've got some marriage options for you. Women, we've got an option on prayer, Fervent. That's a great place to start when it comes to reaching people, is learning how to pray for them first. We've got Bible Basics that will teach you how the story of the Bible is laid out from beginning to end in a way that you can share it with somebody else who's asking questions. We've also got a study called Chase, and it's just a pursuit of God. What does it look like to chase after him? And we want to be able to get you involved with a next step, whether it's in your home or if it's a next group. We've got an option for you. The last option that we throw out there to you is maybe you pick a next group that several of you from your Love Where You Are group go to together. And what I love about this option, it's one that my group is going to kind of take. We've invited some guys to come to the Man Challenge with us, is it allows you to continue to develop some pre-existing relationships, and it lets you kind of take that conversation one layer further. And I promise you, it will strengthen the community that's taking place within your home. So if you can get 2, 3, 4 other people from your group and say, hey, let's go do a next group together, that is another great option for you. So whatever it is, what's your next step? I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to be able to share that with the other leaders, just to encourage and say, hey, this is what we're hearing from other groups. So hit reply to this email, follow up with me, and let me know what your next step is. As always, want to make sure you have all the information you need. So there's an attachment on this email with important dates coming up. But after this 4-week series, we just need to know what's the next step your group is taking. Well, have a good afternoon, group leaders. Thanks for making time to see me again, listen to all this craziness. But We love what God is doing in your groups, and we're looking forward to sharing some of those stories over the next few weeks of how you've been loving where you are. We'll catch you next week.